Hi, welcome to another episode of the Proven Sales Letter Breakdown series that I'm doing for 90 days. Now, funny enough, today we're not going to focus on sales letters, but actually, I'm going to look at a few emails because email subject lines are so super important. Right now, for example, I'm in the middle of a launch and I had to write like 33 emails for this specific launch for various things, and the power of the subject line itself hugely determines how people actually react to the emails, how many of them open it, click it, and even the tone that's set with it. Okay, so if the subject line opens a loop, for example, it's interesting, then it's not just that people open it, but they're more likely to also click the link if it's interesting, and if the email obviously does its job as well. So this is going to be a shorter video actually, but the first batch of emails, and by the way, shout out again for these goes out to Derek Johansson and his Copy Hour program. So this swipe file comes from him directly, but the first batch of emails are all from a golf company, the second from a fitness company, the third from an e-commerce store, and the fourth from Ramit Sethi, who's like a guru in the personal finance and also the how to start an online business niche. Really good guy, by the way. So let's just see how the copywriters at these companies, what they did, and whether these subject lines grab attention or not. So first of all, the thing that we always have to look at with subject lines is that do they immediately grab attention on a first glance, for example. So this is super long, so this might grab my attention, might not. This seems easier. I think that in most cases, but obviously it depends hugely on the list quality. So as Brian Kurtz once said, actually he said it many times, but like in order to get conversions, in order to make the sale, you need three key pillars that have to be effectively done, otherwise you won't have the conversion. The first is the list itself, like who the target audience is for this promotion. The second is the offer, and the third is the creative, which is the copywriting, the design, and everything. And 40% of the total effectiveness of an ad comes from the list itself. So like who it goes out to, whether there's a match between the target audience and the offer that we're trying to do. Then the other 40% goes out to the offer itself, so whether the offer is like intrinsically good or not, and then only 20% goes to copywriting or the creative. So think about it; it's pretty cool, like how much we're learning here about copywriting, and even then, it's only 20% of the whole big equation. Now, obviously, for email subject lines, it may be bigger, but the point I wanted to make is that the list is still super important. So good email copywriters train their list to open certain types of emails. They have like a from line, which they recognize immediately, and then they train them with certain types of subject lines. Maybe that's more curiosity driven, maybe that's more benefit driven, maybe that's weird, like what Ben Settle, who's arguably one of the best email copywriters at the moment in the world, does with his email subject lines. It's always something batshit crazy, and you're like, what the hell? So you always have to keep this in mind. So there's no like one size fits all cookie cutter like subject line formula that works for everybody. No, it doesn't work like that. It depends on your list health, your list quality, how you've trained them before, the relationship that you built with them before. So always keep this in mind, because it's easy to just focus on copywriting tactics without going deeper into the boring but effective stuff. But these principles are really important, and you really need to ensure that they're in place if you want to make sure that it converts. So let's just jump into the subject lines. So you asked for it, so here it is. Okay, this immediately grabbed my attention, for example. So what can it be? It's just curiosity, like, oh, did I ask for it or not? Like, what is this about? And that's it. The only job of a subject line is for people to get to open the email. That's it. Nothing more, actually. So you don't have to sell in it or something. You only have to like create a little teaser or pattern interrupt or something. Or like, let me know what do you think of this. Okay, the this I think makes it really effective, and the ... because like this what? Like what is this? Like I don't know if it's like it's a content or a sales piece or something like that. How I shaved 6 strokes off my pudding. Okay, this is just a basic like how to fascination. And remember, in some of my previous episodes, I talked a lot about fascinations, especially from Mel Martin. You should definitely check out the Mel Martin videos, by the way, if you're interested in this, because fascinations really create desire for people to like find out what this whole thing is about. And these little email subject lines are kind of like that. They're fascinations. Want the secret to a consistent golf game? Okay, so this is like a secret type of question. Just like a headline, it's a secret type of bullet or headline or fascination. New video, 2 most important keys to making puts. Okay, so new video, I like this because people like new, and probably they've been trained to open content emails before from this company. I like the 2 because it's specific. And then most important keys for making puts. This is the benefit that they want. Yeah, I mean, obviously I have no idea how these have done, and trust me when I say, like, you can be the best copywriter in the world, but if you don't have good list health, if you neglect your list for a long time, they're not going to open it. You can hire Gary Bensevenga to write your subject lines, and they're not going to open it because it doesn't work like that. How I shaved 5 strokes off my score in 1 day. Okay, that's an interesting how fascination. Like 5 strokes, so that's like specific. 1 day. Oh, wow, it's fast. This is directly correlated to club head speed. Again, notice the this, like what? What is this? Do you struggle taking a divot in front of the ball? This, like probably appeals to one of their biggest pain points, and then obviously the answer is yes, and they're gonna open it most likely. Important, big swing review changes coming this Tuesday. So this is probably an update that to a blog or something. I don't know exactly what swing review is, but probably a publication or newsletter or something like that. So all in all, pretty interesting stuff. I don't really get what's this dash rotary swing dot this thing. So like they could have definitely added this little element here. You can customize it in certain email service providers. Like check it out. On it has it. Everlane doesn't have it properly, but Ramit Sethi obviously has it. He's really pro and he has some great people working for him. But this company doesn't have it. And I think it would be interesting because you could make it like a 1-2 punch type of bullet. That's actually a bullet formula, because you have like one part, which is the, the benefit part, or like, and you have a second part which teases something even more. So for example, it could be like a thing that, long swings happen because of this, wrong. Like, or you could say like long swings happen because of X, right? Wrong. So that's the subject line, and then this little part could be like, find out what's actually, responsible for it, or something like that. So it's, again, they feed off each other and they make each other stronger. So let's see On It. This is a fitness company. So On It in 30, fitness you can afford. Okay, so this seems like a tagline. Get 10 workouts for under $10. So this is basically the, it's an offer lead. It's an offer type of headline. I don't know, it can definitely work. So it's typical e-commerce type of thing. At least they're not really using too much scarcity and urgency here, or like discounts everywhere, but interesting. Fitness equipment is back in stock. Meh, I don't know. It depends, again, like I'm sure you've noticed by this point that email marketing depends so much on context. It's unbelievable. Maybe, this can crush it, but maybe it totally bombs. It totally depends. Like if you were to send this out in like April of 2020, when everything got shut down because of COVID, and gyms started to close down in certain countries. I actually experienced the same thing. Gyms closed down, and I wanted to buy some dumbbells, and there was a wait period to buy dumbbells everywhere. Like every single web shop was sold out of dumbbells. And if I got this email back then, I would definitely open it because I want it. I'm like in a product aware stage in my part there. 5 unsung differences between kettlebells and dumbbells. I don't know. I don't really like that much personally because it uses these first letter capitalizations. It kind of seems like a headline, and people with email marketing, people don't really want to see an ad. If they notice that it's an ad or something like that, they're gonna like skip it. So you want to make it very casual. Email is a very, very casual type of medium. So by using this, it seems like a blog post article, which could work, but I personally don't like it. New year, new brain. Get Alpha Brain for free. Interesting. I think this one doesn't really work for me that much, but like together with this, it's like, okay, so I can get it for free. Wow. So what's up with that? Sunday roundup, start the new year strong. It's just a simple offer, like benefit. Will you take these on it? Will you take the On It 6 challenge? This is interesting. It's a question, and it's like, what is this whole challenge about? Like, I want to find out. And people usually love challenges, and it's like, On It 6 challenge? Like, what's that? Is it like about 6-packs, abs, or like 6 specific type of exercises, or 6 weeks, or what's up with that? Okay, this is introducing, these are basically like direct offer type of headlines or like subject lines. New protein power puff. Whoa, new protein power puff flavors are here. Yeah, I don't know. So basically, I'm sure that these companies are doing really well because otherwise this wouldn't be a swipe file. But I personally don't necessarily like these, but keep in mind that I'm more of an info product type of guy. I'm not really that involved in e-commerce. So for info products, these would be super boring subject lines. But if that audience wants that, if they're product aware or most aware maybe or something, then they would definitely bite on these. But let's see Everlane, another e-commerce company. Don't miss out 100-day gloves. Today only 100-day gloves. The wait is over, bras. No pinching, no pushing, no petting. Yeah, these are the typical type of like e-commerce subject lines. So obviously they're not really copywriting gold. Like, wow, I mean, who came up with that specific fascination or something? Notice how, they don't necessarily have like this fascination element to it, like the golf thing had. And, I think, John Calton, for example, was famous for some of his golf promotions, actually. So he was a really good expert in that specific field. And I know that, the golf niche is big, but to my knowledge, there aren't really that many direct response companies who are doing these types of things. And they have a lot of good copywriters. So maybe that's the reason why these emails, at least to me, sound better or much more interesting. Even if, I'm not really involved in golf. I've never played in my life before. So I don't even know exactly what half of these terms mean. But they're still like way more interesting to me than, even though I like fitness and when gyms are open, I regularly go to gyms and everything, and I order protein powders and supplements online. But these things are like meh, and these things are like even more meh because I don't know, they're just like direct type of offers here. Good things are coming. Maybe this is interesting. Like what? Waitlist now to be the first to know. This seems to have pretty good curiosity. Last chance to choose what you pay. Ghost title equals what's choose what you pay? This is interesting. Again, I think the email marketers could do a better job here just making sure that these little things here don't show up, because it really, like on desktop at least, it can take away from the immersiveness of this whole thing. Choose what you pay, new styles. Don't miss your chance. Standard as they come. Beautiful Italian crafted shoes. Interesting. those little dots, you know, add a little bit of punch to it. Like, it's so good, you have to say it in 3 parts. Yeah, it's, if you read it like that, it's interesting. Okay, so let's see Ramit Sethi's emails now. How to land an $80,000 raise, not a typo. Okay, so you see, that's a fascination, a pretty cool fascination. It's a big promise, and it's like people immediately start doubting it, and it's like, no, it's not a typo. So you better find out what that is. How to find an amazing job step by step. Again, a typical how-to bullet, but it's like what people like a step-by-step how-to mini guide or something. Actual hiring managers. Here's what I look for. Oh, I love it. So this basically implicitly qualifies people who are looking for a job, and for them this is definitely interesting. But if they happen to be a hiring manager, it still qualifies them, because they're like, okay, so what are my actual competitors like looking for? Like, what are they saying? I want to compare myself to them. But I don't know what my dream job is. This is voice of customer data. So this is, Ramit Sethi has a course called Dream Job. And this is probably like an objection handling email during a launch period of Dream Job. Because a lot of people don't even know what they want. Coming next week, how to find a dream job and get paid more. Okay, interesting. 5 job search mistakes. Stop doing these. These types of little snippets do really well on YouTube, for example. So again, they're like very, very short type of fascination. Stop doing these. These what? So am I doing 1 of them, 2 of them, 5 of them? What's up with that? Introducing career seasons. This is probably for a more warmer audience. So these people have been probably warmed up before to the idea. Can I get your quick feedback, please? Okay. This is just like a typical type of survey email. Thousands respond. Is your job toxic? Yeah, a lot of people think that your job. Oh, this is like this. So quiz. Is your job toxic? This is a very direct lead to complete the quiz, and people love quizzes. And then there's a follow-up email to it, like thousands respond. Is your job toxic? So this implies social proof that a lot of people completed the quiz. Yeah, I really like them. So if I were to rate these, the first would be Ramit Sethi for me. The second would be the Golf, Rotary Swing Club. The third would be On It, and the fourth would be Everlane. So obviously none of these companies are struggling, and who am I to like critique their email strategy? And again, I don't see exactly what's going on like behind the scenes with them, but from purely a copywriting perspective right now, this is the ladder that I decided to create, because so these are the finalists, like Ramit Sethi first place, Rotary Swing Club second place, On It third place, and Everlane fourth place, because of the effectiveness of their copy. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this. It was a little different, so I wasn't focusing on sales pages or sales letters right now, but I'm gonna be back tomorrow with another one, and who knows what I'm gonna break down. We'll just have to see. So if you don't want to miss it, then click the subscribe button and also the little bell icon, because that will like alert you whenever I upload the next video, and you won't miss it. And if you enjoyed it, also consider liking the video and share it with others as well. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, and see you tomorrow.